Here we go. Killing it. All right. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hannah. So, with summer right around the corner, the whole summer bod, hot girl summer, even though, I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. Even though a lot of us are still, doing the whole quarantine lockdown thing, they are opening things back up in some places. And one of the things that are opening back up is the beach. And I feel like I've seen just so many photos of people, girls especially, in their bikinis, in their swimsuits. I feel like summertime every year is just the season where every single female becomes just like incredibly insecure about their body. And I just have to say that we're already insecure about our bodies. So today I wanted to make a video talking all about my experience with body image and basically talking about how I went from hating my body to not hating my body. I just want to make this video in order to help some of you guys watching know that you don't have to hate your body. Your body is beautiful. You should love it. And there's probably a ton of great things about it that you don't even realize. Let's just get into the things that I did not know when I was younger and why I was so insecure about my body and just how I feel now and just how I've decided that I can actually love my body and not have to be ashamed of it. So, yes, let's do that. Starting off with just a bunch of things that honestly I did not know when I was younger and especially when I was in middle school and early high school, none of these things ever crossed my mind. And the first thing in the list of things that I never realized when I was younger was body types. There are some ways that your body just may never look because the fact of the matter is all of our bodies are literally built differently. There's been videos on this, there's photos online. I'll try to insert one because I know I've seen pictures of a bunch of women standing next to each other. They all weigh the same. They all weigh exactly the same amount of pounds, but they all look different because their body types are just different. I have never been a skinny person my entire life. I just have never been. And to me, skinny and thin meant exactly that. It meant skinny, it meant thin, it meant looking like the models that I saw on TV, it meant looking like girls that I saw in my grade. And it's totally fine to be naturally thin as well, but I think what isn't fine is to expect our bodies to do something that it just genetically cannot. I will never have a thigh gap, okay? I will never have the smallest wrists or the tiniest thighs because I literally cannot. My body has never been made like that. The fact of the matter is my genetics, my body type, that was all pre-selected for me at birth. And for so long, I was so mad because I wasn't proportioned correctly. I didn't have big enough boobs. I didn't have a big enough butt. I didn't have a thigh gap. I didn't have an hourglass shape. And I've gotten to the point where I've realized that I don't have all of those things because my body just doesn't do that. Okay, this next one, very, very important. But the second thing that I never realized is that the main purpose of your body is not aesthetics. Now, obviously, yes. Can our bodies be attractive? Yes. Can we be attracted to other people? Yes. But that is not the main point of your body. You were given a body so that you could walk through this world. You were given a body so that you can eat food. You were given a body so that you can physically do the things that you need to do in your life. And I saw an Instagram post one time that kind of perfectly encapsulated this idea. It was my stomach may have a little more fat, but it has that because your stomach holds necessary internal organs that help you to live. My thighs may not be perfectly small because they carry me everywhere I go. I walk everywhere. I can climb up mountains, not that I do that, but I can hike, I can swim, I can do all of these physical activities because I was given a body, and that is literally the main purpose of your body. I wish that so many more young girls and women would realize that the purpose of your body is not to be attractive to another person. I mean, yes, biologically there are, attractiveness things, people look for mates, but that's not the primary purpose of you having a body. The reason you've been given a body is so that you can move and eat and do required activities. All right, thing number 3 that I never realized as a young girl: clothing sizes are basically irrelevant. I will tell you, there are so many stores that have had so many different sizes. I've gone through like Forever 21, American Eagle, like Francesca's, Charlotte Russe, literally all of these stores that I used to shop at, I would go from smalls to larges. It can be really hard sometimes because when you're a small in one store shirt and then a large in another store shirt, and you're a size 22 in pants over here, but then you're a size 26 in pants over here, it's like, what do those numbers even mean? But I remember going shopping and I would like try on a medium top and it wouldn't fit, and I would have to size up to a large and it would literally break me. I think most girls can relate to me when you like try on a size that normally fits you and then you have to size up. It is a killer feeling, let me tell you, and not in a good way. Like, it just kills you. But it's because we've been taught to give so much power to numbers and labels and things that can define our body, instead of just saying, oh, this shirt is a large and it fits me and it fits me well. We say, oh, this is a large, that must mean I'm fat. Once you realize that literally the store sizes shift with every store that you go to, I feel like it starts to become more and more noticeable that they really do not mean anything at all. Fourth thing that I did not realize is that I do not have to look like, and you do not have to look like, and no woman has to look like the perfect ideal of a woman. This is something that I really stressed when I was younger. I really wanted to grow up to be that perfect, beautiful woman who had a boyfriend, who got married, who had a family, and I thought that the way to get all that was to be attractive. I was like, obviously I need to be appealing to men, or if you like women, you might feel like you need to be appealing to women. There seems to be this like certain weight that is deemed like appropriate for a woman. Like, you know, 120 is appropriate, 130 and it's fine, 140 you're pushing it a little bit, but like it's still okay. But like once you get up into like the 150s, the 160s range, that no, unacceptable. We can't have that unless you're like really tall. I just want to say that if you are in those weight ranges and you look good and you feel good and you exercise and you're healthy and you eat healthy and you know you lead like a decently healthy lifestyle. I mean, nobody is perfect, but you know you lead a pretty healthy lifestyle and you're comfortable at that weight, you don't have to lose weight. I watch so many people who are 145, 140, 150, and they're like, I need to lose the extra 5 pounds. I need to lose the extra 10 pounds. I'm all for people wanting to get healthier and wanting to lose weight. But I also think it should be acceptable for women who are still healthy, who are still living a healthy lifestyle, but maybe they're just 150, 155, 160. Like, if you feel happy and comfortable at that weight and you don't feel the need to lose a lot of weight, that is totally fine. Like, I feel like we're constantly told that if you're not in that perfect bubble, in that perfect range, you better start losing weight, better start dieting. If you are happy and healthy and you feel good about your body and you have 5, 10 extra pounds, that's okay. Nobody ever died over 5 to 10 extra pounds. We're not talking about weight here that is unhealthy. We're just talking about weight that, yeah, could it be shed? Sure. But does it need to be? No. I wish that people would not feel such this strong urge to fit in this tiny, like 20 pounds less or 20 pound more bubble of what a woman is supposed to look like, because quite frankly, like, there are so many body types, and then there are body types where it's like, even if they got to that ideal weight, they might not still look like the ideal version of a woman because their body is different. The last thing that I did not realize as a young girl, that I want young girls to realize, and I feel like you hear people say this all the time, but it is honestly so true, and until people get this drilled through their brain, I will keep saying it: a number does not define you. Your weight on the scale does not define you. I struggled a lot as a teen with just watching my weight like a hawk. I would constantly weigh myself because I wanted to see if I was going to lose anything. I wanted to see what was going to happen. I got so controlling over it. And even when I did get down to the weight that I felt happy with, I wasn't happy with it. And that's the thing about losing weight. Like, I'm all for losing weight. I'm working on losing weight right now and being healthier, but I do think that there's this really fine line that we toe because we put so much on that number on the scale. Every time that number drops, you get like an endorphin rush, you get a dopamine rush. It's like a thrill. And the thing is, even once you reach your goal weight, a lot of times you're not happy at the goal weight, and then you want to keep losing more and more. Your main focus should not be the number on the scale. It should be getting your body just in general to a healthier and stronger place. That was something that I always told myself when I was in high school, was that even if I don't lose weight, I'm making my body healthier and stronger, and that is always good. Like, I really wish that more of the emphasis would be put on my body is getting stronger and my body is getting healthier, and less on my body is getting thinner, because obviously there is nothing wrong with wanting that. But I also think that when that's the only thing you're focusing on, it can kind of start to toe a line where, you know, you're like, oh, I'm 140, but I could be 135, and oh, I'm 135, but I could be 130, and oh, I was 120 in high school, I could be 120 again. It becomes this cycle that is very hard to break. And so I think it's really important to remember that the number on the scale is not you. It is a number. Now that I talked about all of the lessons that I have learned since I was young and all of the reasons that I realized that my body is not in fact evil, so now I'm going to get into the things that I did to try and actually put those thoughts into practice in my life, and perhaps you can do these too. So first thing is, and this is probably the least fun one on the list, try to exercise and eat healthy. Now, I know this whole video I've been like, it's not the weight, and still, this is not about the weight. This is about the fact that exercising and eating healthy genuinely makes you feel better as a human being. Like, the thing that I love the most about exercising is that I know that I'm helping my body. When you exercise, it's hard not to feel proud of yourself. It's hard not to look at your body after a good workout and be like, damn, my body literally did that. Like, I literally just ran a mile. I just biked for an hour. I just ran on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Like, whatever you did, it's hard to not feel proud of yourself. And I think it's so important to give yourselves just those little day-to-day things that you can be proud of, because sometimes when you are in the process of trying to live a healthier lifestyle or trying to lose weight, it can feel really hard to feel proud of yourself in the grand scheme of things, because it feels like things are never changing. But if you start working out and you start eating healthier, even just doing those things like a couple times a week, once a week even, I promise you, you will feel so proud of yourself and you will feel proud of your body. Number 2, stop beating yourself up when you mess up. This is my biggest pet peeve. I do it too. But if you are trying to eat healthier, if you're dieting, even if you're not and you're just kind of eating a day-to-day diet, I know for a fact that anytime I eat something bad for me, dessert, ice cream, I feel guilty. And the thing is, you shouldn't have to feel guilty about it. We kind of program ourselves to be like, oh, I'm doing so good, I'm eating so healthy, I'm working out. And then we have like a hamburger and you're like, well, shit, I just screwed it all up. I promise you, you didn't screw it all up. If you have a binge night and you have pizza, if you order Domino's, like, you didn't screw it all up. When I eat pizza, I allow myself to eat pizza. When I eat a hamburger, I allow myself to enjoy that hamburger. I was literally talking with my friend the other day, and I was talking to her about my goal weight and stuff like that, and I was like, you know, I could make my goal weight lower, but I like to have fun in life, and I like food, and I like to enjoy food. And I have no problems with that. Like, I will allow myself to have fun every once in a while, and I think you should too, because it's important. All right, number 3, very important. All of these are, appreciate the body that you have now. What I mean by this is, do not look at your body and say, oh, I will be beautiful, I will love this body, I will appreciate this body when I'm X amount of pounds thinner. look at your body now and say, I appreciate this body now. Because you have a freaking body. Like, that's pretty cool. You can run, you can walk, you can swim, you can jump, you can dance, you can do all of these things and be coordinated and be active. And it's like, I think we forget how awesome that is. That doesn't mean that you have to be like completely content and like not want to get more healthy, not want to get more fit. But it does mean that you have to look at the body you have now, whatever it looks like, and realize that it's pretty cool what you have. And it does a lot of shit for you. And I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's the one you've been given. So just being grateful and appreciating it can be helpful. Lastly, number 4, this one, so important. Stop shit talking yourself. This is a big one. Every single one of us does it. We look at our body in the mirror and we say, oh, my thighs could be smaller. My arms could be smaller. My chin could be a little thinner. I could be thinner. And what does that do? It creates things that we say to ourselves, that we repeat to ourselves in our head. When we look at our bodies and we say, I could be thinner, that pretty much turns into, if you say it enough, it goes from I could be thinner to I should be thinner. And that's the problem, is I think a lot of people think that being critical of themselves is good, and I think to an extent it is. I think it's another thing to look at your body and say, I look so fat, my thighs should be smaller, my arms should be smaller, I need to be 20 pounds skinnier. Like, that is a completely other thing, because that is just giving yourself fuel to the fire to constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough. And the other problem with that is that if you are trying to get healthier, if you are trying to lose weight, if you're constantly shit talking yourself during that process is going to be brutal. It is going to be so hard to keep your motivation up. It's going to be so hard to keep wanting to do it. Because if you just keep shit talking yourself and telling yourself, I'm not pretty enough, I'm still not thin enough, I'm still not where I am, I'm not gonna get there, you're literally gonna make yourself believe that you're never gonna get there. And that is something that we have to break down, because if you want to gain your confidence back, or you want to gain confidence, it is so important that you work to build yourself up, because you are worth building yourself up. I just, honestly, to be quite frank, don't think it's worth hating your body, because you've only got this one and it does a lot for you and you're pretty much stuck with it. So if you can learn to at least care for it, like it, possibly even love it a little bit more, I think that will make for a much happier life. Okay guys, I know that was a very long and probably rambly video. I know for a fact that this is going to be a beast to edit, but I really wanted to make this video. I think it's really important that I talk about it. I know firsthand how hard it is to literally hate your body, to look at your body, to look at yourself as a person and say, I feel worthless, I feel ugly, and I never want any woman to ever have to feel like that, because you are not worthless and you are not ugly and you have so much life to live. So I hope this video helped you in some way, in some form. I don't know, I hope it finds you, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for finding my channel. If you did enjoy this video, you can always subscribe, hit the little notification bell next to it, and comment down below. Let me know what you want to see, and also like this video if you did enjoy it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love all of you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!